The Card Life is presented by Arena Club, home of the official Slab Packs. Welcome once again to The Card Life, presented to you by Arena Club, home of the Slab Packs. I'm your host, Matt Strahmy. And this month, we're back in Florida for spring training with stories for you guys across the Sunshine State. On this episode, we make our third annual trip to CGC Cards, just a short trip from the Philly spring training home. This year, we have some modern and some vintage packs to rip and grade. We'll also look at two special collections, one of Florida's most famous golfer, but let's kick things off with my favorite spring training tradition at CGC. We're here at CGC with Chuck from VSM, and today's break sponsored by VSM, and we're going to start it off with a 67 cello pack of top Series 1.
Series 1, yeah.
Series 1 here. So we got Series 1, the cello pack, no bubble gum.
No bubble gum.
So where were these sold?
So, a lot of times cello packs, they'd be in their own tray at, drugstore, newsstand, wherever they sell cards. And they would just literally, just as they look, just wrapped in clear cellophane. You just grab one out of the box.
Alrighty, and we're looking for I'm looking for a 67 Maris. So
Maris, I think, definitely the biggest star card. Bobby Mercer's got a rookie in there. There's a checklist with Mantle.
And then you made a comment earlier about the Mets one.
So the Mets team card is in Series 1. Nolan Ryan is listed on the back of the card, but he's actually not in the photo. So it'd been really cool if he had been, because that's, predates his regular rookie card.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
Oh, there we go. Whitey Ford.
That's awesome.
Whitey, that is sick.
Now, I mean, look.
Centering on that's not even that bad.
I'm going out on a limb here and say you've never pulled a Whitey Ford card.
I have never pulled a Whitey Ford.
That's really cool.
That is wild.
Pack fresh.
Pack fresh, you're right.
Checklist, but is that Frank?
Yep.
Yeah, Frank Robinson.
There we go.
Okay, so there is one with Mantle on it as well.
Alrighty.
In this series. Now I think this pack is a really good example for everybody out there. I made a joke, but it is true. These are pack fresh.
Yeah.
But as you can see, the centering is quite atrocious, and so just because it comes directly from a pack doesn't really mean a lot, especially when we're talking about vintage cards.
And sometimes the paper stock wasn't good. There was a couple cards that had a couple defects on them.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a Yankee star.
Oh, there's the Bobby Mercer rookie. Look at that. Go. Cool. And actually, it's pretty centered from my position. Oh, okay. I see.
Top's
it's off
a little
bit. Yeah.
That's not a bad one.
Oh, very cool.
Fred Valentine and Ken Boyer.
Terrible cut on that one.
Yes, awful.
People ask me all the time, do you grade them differently than you would a modern card? And the answer is no. We're grading these the same way. I'm still looking at the same 4 areas of the card. Now the difference is, though, I'm going to give allowances, right? So, if there's a little bit of toning on the stock, that if it was on a 2025 card, obviously it's going to ding it pretty hard. Whereas 67 tops, a little more allowance.
Right.
So that's really the only difference. And then knowing specific series and years of cards, knowing these a lot of the 60s cards are just notorious for being off-centered. So there's a little allowance given.
Yeah, you can see the first one on top.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Has no right border.
Yeah.
It's also nice seeing them out of the packs like this because the cards are flat. The colors are really good front and back. Sometimes you see some age and oxidation on them,
Yeah, I like the vintage cello packs. Now, the one bad thing, as you can see, I mean, this is the wrapper, so you can imagine it can be counterfeited. But what I do like about the cellos is that there's no wax stains on the cards. So, you're really only dealing with centering for the most part.
Right.
Okay. It's like Christmas morning. This is always fun as a kid. So how about we start with tops?
Series 1. Alrighty, let's do it.
If you pulled your one-of-one sketch card, nobody's going to believe us that we pulled this card, right? I mean,
100%. There's Harper. Does I make team packs and bring them out to the bullpen with me? And
nice.
So all the kids pestering me for a ball, I just throw them a pack of cards.
That's really cool, actually. Here you go, there's a Trey Turner throwback.
Patch here. Manny Machado bat relic.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, cool. Game used bat relic.
So now we're going to do soccer.
My buddy Ranger would love this right now.
There's some crazy stuff that can be in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen some crazy cards out of this.
Alrighty. Who's gonna know the names here?
I know the big names.
We're about to find out.
Yeah. Padri?
Oh,
he's got one
Pedri,
name.
yeah, no, he's
got
really,
one
that's
name.
a good
He's
one.
gotta be good.
What's
Yeah.
it numbered out of?
That's
To
a good one.
25.
Nice.
Yeah,
that is a nice
really
one.
If you got one name, the only other guy with one name on a card is Ichiro.
Yeah. Yeah, in soccer.
He's gotta be good. '23 Topps Chrome, Adley or Gunner?
Yep.
Tristan Casas, rookie to 150. In 22 in Boston, he debuted. And I come out of a game, he's probably been in the big leagues for like 5 days. I just got done pitching, sitting on the bench. He comes in from defense to get ready to hit. And I lean over and I was like, Tristan, what year were you born? And he's like 2000, and I was like, nope. And I just stood up and I left. I was like, the first teammate and born in 2000 was Tristan. Ooh, there we go, that's a cool patch.
That's awesome.
Carlos Correa with the MLB authentication.
Lots of dirt on there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it is.
And it's numbered to 25.
Oh, sweet.
There we go.
2024 Topps Chrome, 3 autographs in this.
Got Parker Meadows auto, yeah.
What's that numbered to? 25 or 50 maybe?
50.
Oh, there it is, 50, yeah.
Yeah, gold wave.
Okay, and the final is OPC Platinum Hockey.
Alrighty. So is this Bedard still? 23, 24?
Yes, Bedard. There's a Connor Bedard rookie.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Sick.
Cool, you never know what you're gonna get.
No, never do. Never do. That was awesome. Thank you. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Iron Guard Supplies is the official card supply provider of The Card Life. Use promo code TheCardLife at ironguardsupplies.com for 20% off and free shipping on your order of over $100. Cover your bases with Iron Guard Supplies.
We'll see how Matt's hits graded later in the episode, but up next, Andy gives us some more insight on grading vintage cards.
Turn this into this at auctionmonthly.com, a better way to sell your sports cards, memorabilia, and collectibles. Our white glove service from start to finish will help you evaluate and sell your entire collection. Turn your sports cards and collectibles into cash. Get started right now at auctionmonthly.com. It's time to unbox your love of the game, presented by Giant Sports Cards.
Everett and Jackson are both 12 and active collectors. They even sometimes set up and do card shows at the end of their driveway. Giant Sports Cards sent them a box of 2024 Panini Donruss Elite Football, and they pulled 5 numbered cards, including an Amon-Ra St. Brown blue parallel numbered to 99. They also pulled a Mystery Rookies Redemption. Congrats on the hits, guys.
Thank you, Giant Sports Cards.
for letting us unbox the love of our game.
Unbox your love of the game at giantsportscards.com.
While Matt's biggest hits from the 67 cello pack are getting graded, CGC Vice President Andy Broome took a close look at some of the other cards from the pack.
Well, being a card nerd, especially vintage, the first thing I notice when I look at is the surface. I'm like, man, that's what they're supposed to look like. Yeah, so the checklist, I mean, it's just the centering. That's the worst flaw on that. It's a near mint card. That's a 7. Unfortunately, if it'd been a little more centered, it would definitely be higher.
That's sick. We'll take 7s.
Oh, absolutely.
Cards that are almost twice my age.
Same with this one as far as condition. I mean, it's everything you want to see on these. It's just the centering again. This centering's a little bit better.
I just laugh at the position with the name. Graphic design wasn't a thing back then.
Was not the priority, that's for sure. You could at least put the position different color or something. I think this one may have a shot at an 8. I'd have to measure that one just to double check, to get the ruler out. But it is a really, really clean card. Yeah, I think that's going to be an 8 right there. Now, aren't you glad you don't wear the, what do they call these?
It's like the trash bag stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know what it's called either, but yeah.
This late 60s, early 70s wearing those, like, oh.
And so I have to wear long sleeves because when I had Tommy John back in 2013, I have this bubble in my forearm now, so it tips my pitches. So I have to wear long sleeves. So if I had to wear those long sleeves, I would die in the Philly heat.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't realize, but yeah, it would tip them off,
when I hold my change up, it pops out.
Yeah. So this one's got, I think we talked about it a little bit when we were ripping the packs, but it's got a blister right here on the surface. You see that? Mm-hmm. And if we were to, we're not going to, but if we were to cut that open, it's going to be a foreign object that was in there when they.
So like a piece of dust or something. That
a lot of times it's like almost like a plastic material. When this offset printing, they'd have like a plastic printing plate basically.
Okay.
There was a part of it. So you see a lot of times you'll see little pieces of plastic in there.
Gotcha.
But it could also be from something else. But so yeah, I mean, so that would put the card, it's going to be no better than a 6. So I would actually call this one a 6. A little nuxy. This one has a little dimple, as you can see here in the surface. Yeah, this one's going to be a 6 as well because of the dimple, and then as we can see on the edge, it's got a ding on the edge. A ding, but it's not it wasn't damaged, but it was damaged in production, so it's a production
or
flaw.
Shipping when the package is.
Could have been. Oh, very cool. That is. Yeah, it's not every day you get to open vintage packs.
No, that's sick.
Can you trust the scanner with your valuable trading cards? Challenge accepted.
You have to scan things fast, reliable, with high image quality. And that's what the Ricoh scanner line and the FI8170 give you.
And it'll provide a high quality image, which will also integrate into AI software that'll help you sell your cards quickly, accurately, and at scale to the top selling platforms on the market. Reach your business goals faster and easier with the document scanners designed to support you.
All right, Matt joins me from the ballpark to rip some Arena Club Slab Packs. A reminder, you can get 20% off your first Arena Club Slab Pack purchase by using promo code TheCardLife20. Matt, we got Emerald, Ruby, and Gold. Let's do this.
Let's go.
A JDOM 20 Bowman Chrome Mega Box. PSA 10 is first Bowman.
Yeah, sick.
Let's check out a Ruby pack. The blue refractor out of 150 of Braden Montgomery.
If you turn it around, it should tell you when he was drafted.
First round pick, 12th overall, so great hit.
Yeah, that's a big one then. Adley Rushman.
Yeah, rookie card, but also has the rookie cup on it of Adley. 23 Topps Heritage, Real One Auto. We'll always take that.
Don't know how we're going to get better than that.
Let's finish up with an Emerald Baseball. Ooh, Hall of Famer. 99 Skybox Premium Star Rubies out of 50 of Jeff Bagwell.
Wow.
These Star Rubies are like really popular with 90s insert collectors. I mean, never bad to pull a Hall of Famer out of 50.
That is wild.
Jack Thorpe worked in the clubhouse at Jack Russell Stadium, the Phillies' spring training home, for 24 years, both for the big league club in the spring and the minor league Clearwater Phillies during the summer. He then worked for the Blue Jays in the same capacity for another 10 years until 2016.
Dad, he just loved the game of baseball. He was so ingrained and so well respected that he could just leave cards out, talk to whoever came through, not just the players on the field, but all the alumni. He said, hey, there's some cards, maybe you can sign them if you get a minute. He built relationships quickly and pretty easily. They were Florida State champs in 91 for the Clearwater Phillies. Dad got a ring with the team. He always said CH stood for clutch hitter, but Dad worked in the clubhouse. When Tommy first spring training, he come up to Dad and he introduced himself. He said, "I'm JT, I'm Jim Tomey." He says, "I'll tell you what, you were here first, so you'll be JT1 and I'll be JT2.
Thorpe even played competitive softball into his 70s. He passed away in 2022, leaving a lifelong memorabilia collection to his son Ken.
He kept most of his collection in these binders, and he had everything back to, the 30s and probably older. He had a bedroom in the house just committed to all memorabilia. So it's all the Hall of Famers. There's a few Jackie Robinsons.
Ken Thorpe and his wife Joan moved from the Philly area to North Reddington Beach, Florida in August of 2024. Just 6 weeks later came Hurricane Helene.
We knew there was going to be some storm surge. No one in the area expected 4 foot of storm surge, and there's no attic, there's no basement, and we just put things up as high as we could. I grabbed this, but opened the doors to just devastation. Unfortunately, I lost probably 80–90% of that collection. Everybody in the neighborhood, all these fine people that we met since, one by one come over to us telling us how sorry they are for us. I said, "Well, you lost as much as I did."
Ken was able to grab some key items when they were forced to quickly evacuate.
Senior Softball World Series champion ring.
And although a huge part of his dad's collection was lost, the memories of it and his dad's work in baseball will remain with Ken.
It's sad in a way, but it was nice to have seen it and been a part of it for all those years.
Ready to sell an epic card or an entire collection? Wheatland Auction Services is ready to get you the max price possible. Like this T206 Ty Cobb graded a SGC 5, this Albert Pujols Auto Rookie Refractor, or this near-complete set of 1967 Topps, mostly very good to mint cards. Consign your items with us today at wheatlandauctionservices.com.
VSM Sports Card Outlet has brought the convenience of a local card shop online at vsmsportscardoutlet.com. As a direct shop with all of the biggest names in cards, we have all of the latest hobby and retail boxes. And if you're ready to sell that big hit you pulled or a vintage collection, Wheatland Auction Services can handle every step of the process with ease. From grading to authentication to selling, vsmsportscardoutlet.com, where every day is like a sports card show.
Hey card collectors, looking for deals on sports cards? Well, it's time you've heard about Pristine Auction. PristineAuction.com is the most trusted site for sports cards. You can win authentic cards at affordable prices with daily auctions starting at just $1. It's free to register, free to bid, and auctions are ending right now. So head over to PristineAuction.com and sign up with the promo code for $10 off your first win.
Arena Club offers a space for anyone to buy, sell, and trade graded cards, all in the comfort of one single app, wherever and whenever. And that's not all. You can also rip slab packs. Virtual packs, real graded cards with a fully transparent hit list so you know exactly what you're getting. Whether you're aiming for a Mahomes, Jordan, or even a Cheetos art, we have it all. Download the Arena Club app today.
Add great cards to your collection at pristineauction.com, where over 10,000 sports card auctions end every week. Use the promo code TheCardLife and get $10 off your first auction win.
When it comes to Florida sports, the only thing that might overshadow spring training baseball is golf. So let's take a look at a collection of Florida's most famous golfer and why it means so much to the collector.
I grew up golfing, grew up learning the game from my dad, and I remember being in the vehicle on the weekends with my dad, and we're driving around in the oil fields and we would listen to golf, and he was a big follower of Tiger. I remember watching the '97 Masters when Tiger ran away with it, and I was kind of hooked just from a young age. I'm kind of a big set collector when it comes to Tiger, and so, you know, this is his first set of the Tiger Tails. You have his Focus of a Champion cards here, where it's his Masters victories that he has, the artifacts that's come out, the Skybox medal, and anything that can be in that Sunday Red is an awesome card. One of my most prized ones that I have for a set is the Tiger Woods Masters collection that we have. Each one of these boxes was made by Upper Deck. There were only 200 sets of these created. Each one of these is uniquely numbered for each one of his victories in his career. So here is victory number 1 at that 1996 Las Vegas Invitational. And we talk about how an athlete can be generational. I watched the '97 Masters with my dad, and I got to watch the 2019 Masters with my son. Talking about how I was in the exact position my son is now with my dad, and 22 years later, here he is winning the Masters again. And so that was something that was pretty unique too to me, was just that generational talent that we won't probably ever see again.
Arena Club is the home of the official slab packs. Arena Club features grading and authentication, vaulting, and digital pack openings. There are also amazing items from rare cards to top-tier collectibles, always up for auction at Arena Club.
Download the Arena Club app today and get 20% off your first purchase with promo code TheCardLife20.
Can you trust the scanner with your valuable trading cards? Challenge accepted.
You have to scan things fast, reliable, with high image quality. And that's what the Ricoh scanner line and the FI8170 give you.
And it'll provide a high quality image, which will also integrate into AI software that'll help you sell your cards quickly, accurately, and at scale to the top selling platforms on the market. Reach your business goals faster and easier with the document scanners designed to support them.
Let's take a look at our monthly winner in the Hobby Armor Ship with 100% Confidence giveaway. Hobby Armor, the ultimate protection for card shipments.
In honor of a spring training episode from Florida, let's send our winner this month a Derek Jeter rookie card, since he spent his MLB career in Tampa every spring. Ben Urban of Lebanon, Connecticut is our winner. Using Hobby Armor's plastic card shipping protectors, the card of the Yankee captain arrived safely. Sign up to win our monthly card giveaway or a free Hobby Armor box at hobbyarmor.com/thecardlife. Use promo code TheCardLife for 10% off your first order.
All right, well, we're back and we've got some cards.
Let's do it.
Let's take a look.
Alrighty, we're gonna start with the Mercer rookie from '67.
All right, 7?
7.
Nice.
The color of it is good.
Yeah, like I said before, man, just the surface. I mean, that's what you want to see on a vintage card. That's awesome.
Then we got the Whitey Ford with a 6.5.
Yeah, again, it's just centering on these. It's the only thing.
All right, then we have the Topps Chrome Colt Keith auto to 199.
Nice.
Got a 10.
10 with a 10 auto.
There we go. All right, and then we have the Carlos Correa Authentic. Got a 9.
Mint 9.
Love the patch there.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I like when you see actual game use on a game use patch.
Right. Yeah. It's not just still white.
That's right. Or, you know, the napkin, as they call it.
There we go. 9.5 of Connor Bedard.
Nice.
And our last one is the Gold Wave Parker Meadows. I was kind of hoping for the pristine
yes,
with that.
I was
because
too. That would look
the
awesome.
gold with the gold would have been sweet. But not going to complain about the 10.
That's right. That's nice.
That is
cool.
Awesome. Sweet.
Right.
That's it for the show this month. I'm Matt Strahm. We'll see you next time on The Card Life, presented by Arena Club.